The 30-year record may be intact as far as landfall of a hurricane on Long Island. You are watching Tropical Storm Henri, aka Henry VIII, which is a 70-mile-an-hour tropical storm right there on that line of high-grade tropical to Category 1, and we are sitting just southeast of the most extended area of Long Island, which is Montauk. We've been talking about Montauk a lot here, and basically that main area that we're watching, the entire Long Island Sound, the eastern coast of Long Island, all of the coasts of Rhode Island and Connecticut, and the southeastern ends of Massachusetts, Nantucket. It actually looks like Boston might be the safest as far as the coastal cities and areas that run from South New Jersey all the way up through Massachusetts. That was a mouthful. Here we go. And we are going to try to keep this right to the point. Good morning, my friends. It is August 22nd, 2021, game day, as you can say, 8:10 a.m., and we have Henri sitting just outside Long Island. As we've already said, we've got our warning and watches chart up here, as you can see. So as Henri is moving up the East Coast, you're going to see these yellow boxes kind of pop up and disappear and stuff like that and morph with the movement of the storm. These are all severe thunderstorm watches covering the entire tri-state area and most of New England this morning. We also mentioned that Henri, aka Henry VIII, as of right now is at 70-mile-an-hour sustained winds just below that Category 1 hurricane strength, already having clear-cut effects on the coastlines of New Jersey, Long Island, the Long Island Sound, all the way up through Massachusetts. That includes Rhode Island, which may actually be the dead center landfall area for Henri. Whether it's a tropical storm or a Category 1, we may have just slipped a little east of the Montauk area on Long Island. They call it the end because it is the last town on Long Island as you go east into the Atlantic Ocean. What's very interesting, this little stop and go, it's going to take over Vermont and New Hampshire. So we may be dealing with a tropical storm and not some sort of devastating hurricane on the coastlines, but wait till you see the amount of rain that gets dumped in New England compared to what they've been getting right now. It's actually very comparable to the southeast, just off the coast of Florida. If you look up towards the tri-state and New England area, some areas are projected to get upwards of 10 inches of rain near the Long Island Sound, Montauk, the Hamptons, and then as we move east down the coastline, that is going to be when you start to see all the different areas that we can say by name, because there's just so many different outlets and rivers and waterways that lead inland. So this is going to be a big tropical storm, an area in which we don't get tropical weather too often, but when we do, it's certainly news. Speaking of boots on the ground, I just want to show you real quick before I let you go. We are over here at windy.com where we can look at wave height. So if you come over to windy.com and then you look over here on the index chart, you click on waves and it gives you exactly, or at least a general idea of the wave situation going on ahead of this storm. We have 20-foot wave swells going on close to the center area of Henri. And I also want you to take notice, I've selected a webcam here. It's the only one that has a picture worth showing, but we can see a very rough coastline here, waves crashing in to the Rhode Island coast already with the storm still a few hours from landfall. So we can only imagine this entire coastline is already getting battered with a lot of waves and that first beginning surge of water. If I slowly move the dial, you can see that the waves progress over time and kind of sweep off to the east, eventually affecting more parts of Massachusetts and clearly islands like Nantucket and things like that that stick out a little bit farther than the mainland itself. I will be updating sporadically throughout the day. We are right there, my friends, and let's take a quick look at exactly what we're dealing with. We just dropped 1 millibar in pressure, just so you know. We are now at 986 instead of 987, so we're still actually growing as we approach landfall. So keep an eye on that 70 to 75 mile an hour landfall speed. Once we do get to landfall, that's when we're going to see this drop off as we're entering Vermont, New Hampshire, and the northern areas of Rhode Island and Connecticut. My friends, thank you so much. I'll be back in a little bit with another update. Please stay safe. Any questions or concerns, please leave down below. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.